Hello everybody, this is Data Obsessed Fat Man. Did not announce myself in an earlier clip because, well, it was just me weighing in. I don't know if I'm going to dub over that or just leave it to be silent or just toss music on it or something. But yeah, I had to weigh myself by myself today, so I couldn't give you the same exact experience as last time. That's also why I didn't tape myself actually being measured all over. So, my tablet was dead. I didn't know where my older phones were at, where I could have done this. And yeah, this arm you're seeing over here is aided. See, I mirrored the screen from my phone to the TV, and she sees herself up there, and she is just enjoying it. She sat down because I said her name, and she didn't have to sit down, but she'll pop back up while I'm talking. But yeah, so my weight went up just a bit again today. I think about another half pound if I remember right. I had to do multiple measurements. I mean, because I did it here in the living room instead of in a great spot that's over there by the kitchen. But I found a decent enough spot here and did multiple measurements and kept doing it until they were consistently giving me, consistently giving me the same weight information. I believe I was 339.7 pounds yesterday, and today I am 341.1. Or, no, 339 is what I weighed a couple of days. Well, basically, I'm at 340.1 now, 341.1. I should have wrote that down. So I'm sorry, you all know the information. You're sitting here like, how does he not know how much he weighs? I'm sorry, I'm so bad I can't remember. But yeah, all my measurements, all my weight and everything else that you've seen today, normally I take those in a fasted state, but today I didn't as a mistake. I slow cooked a pot roast in my, what is that? Yeah, slow cooked a pot roast inside not a convection oven, but in a crock pot. I had it slow cooking and it smelled so good. When I woke up, I just pulled up a piece and ate it. It was probably like 13 grams or less, but I know that I definitely messed with my glucose. And it would help out with my ketones since there's plenty of fat in it, but it doesn't do that immediately. It takes time. My ketone levels are probably much better now than what you're going to see or what you've already seen for the ketones. So my GKI is shot up because of it, but my numbers should be better tomorrow. And speaking of that, I want to prepare a meal. My adult Lunchable. Basically, this is what I would have been eating with pickles. Like, literally taking seaweed, tossing cheese on it. And sometimes I have turkey and other things. This time I just have pot roast using pepper jack cheese and some savory cheddar as well. But this piece here just has some pepper jack. And I just rip off a piece of pot roast. And this mustard here is special. So this is like 90-95% mustard. The rest of it is avocado oil. I'm mixing a small amount of oil with the mustard because it gives it a great property. You can just spread it more easily from a spoon. It acts the way you expect water would if water was semi-solid, like not ice, but would still stick together and flow a bit. So unless you bother it, it stays there. That's a stat. The pickles would have went right on top here. I love it, it's delicious. And one of my favorite YouTubers is Carl Smallwood. And he just does really interesting fads. He used to work for, one of those sites that did listicles, but he's pretty good at it. And it's cool to watch, he hypes, not necessarily hypes, he has a great way of presenting things, but his best videos are the ones where he's shrinking. Maybe the best videos for me would be the ones where I'm eating, So this is basically my breakfast, and probably the only real meal I get today I made. No, I definitely am going to eat a salad later today as well, because those can't last forever. I got 5 of them left, so I've eaten most of them. Now, it's not like I'm forcing myself to eat it, it's just one, they are going to die soon, and two, I actually got a bit of a taste for it, but I wanted this as well, so I can't eat them both at the same time. My stomach's actually shrunk a bit, I wouldn't be able to do that, so hey. So when hunger strikes again later, instead of making popcorn or something, I'm going to eat the salad. And then eat popcorn. I should see. Made another one of the lemon drinks. I like it. This is just I don't know how much I just lost there. But basically, yeah, this is my lemon drink. Lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, water, lemon syrup, dried on allulose, and for sweetening. And it's a bit fizzier than normal. That's because I gave it a double hit. It gives you a really hard drink. Yeah. Just tastes like somebody shook up any poppy drink. And then the second they opened it, they put it into your mouth. So you're going to know how that felt without it being overwhelming. That's what this is. And of course, I have a snake juice here. But basically, this is my primary meal for today. With the secondary meal going to be a salad and possibly some popcorn again. Earlier, I ate a little bit of the roast from this meal earlier before I weighed myself. Before I got my blood sugar and everything. So those are not in the fastest state. So the numbers are tainted. The weight more so, I don't care about this. It wasn't enough. It's probably like 13 to 20 grams, so it's a really small piece. So I won't mess with it. The numbers that are most affected by it though would be blood pressure, glucose, and ketones. And while it would raise my ketones, it wouldn't do so immediately. It would do so after a couple hours. Because you get that glucose, that insulin spike when you first eat, and that lowers ketones at that point. So the ketones are at the lowest there at 0.1. As far as when I recorded it, they'll be higher. Normally, I would do another recording later in the day just to see where they end up at, but I can wait till tomorrow and see how it goes. That, and I only have enough, strips left to take one test a day until I'm able to get the net spots. And my net spots is going to be my last spots in these strips, at least for the ketones. I'm not seeing much value in keep tracking them when it's such an expensive thing to track. I'm going to keep spending money out there buying these net spots and strips. It's going to be on a breath meter like the BioSense, because at least that lasts a few years. You can take tests as many times as you want, as frequently as you want throughout the day. I believe you just have to wait a few minutes between tests, but I mean, that's so much better than just saying, here's 60 strips, and you have to use one of them with our test solution to make sure it's working right in your machine. No, we won't supply you with an extra one. It's like, I mean, I don't hate the Keto Mojo. It is very good for what it is. And it is a cheaper upfront cost versus the BioSense, $40 to jump in with it, with $60 to buy a box of 60 ketone and glucose strips. But the BioSense, even though it has a much higher upfront cost, it saves you more money over time. And you get to use it more liberally. You don't feel like you're as restricted. And it's just as accurate, if not more so, which is something that's rare with something that's not taking your blood. They measure in ACEs, which is a skill that they found a way to correlate perfectly with the blood meters. So instead of seeing like a 2.5 for ketones, you see 25. So you just divide by 10, it's the same number for both. They purposely scaled it that way, since there was an assistant scale, so you can go back and forth easily. So that's the plan if I do keep it up, but I don't believe there's an actual need to keep checking ketones after I go through the second box. I know if what I eat is going to be good or not. I do get some surprises every now and then, but ultimately, I know if I'm eating properly or not. I know if I'm keeping up with exercise. I know how I feel. Unless I start to backslide very, very hard, I'm not seeing a reason to do so. If I'm backsliding very hard, I probably know that I'm messing up and how I'm doing it. That being said, I mean, that's it for, Measurement and Vitals video. I think I may have another one or two going up today. I'm thinking of looking at things week over week from the time I've been recording stuff this year. So 2021 week over week, maybe for weight and other things. I'm not perfectly sure yet, but that may happen. And I may just speak at length about something else, but I'll let y'all know later. Thank y'all for tuning in. Here come the numbers. Have a great day. God bless you all. And I forgot to record this earlier, but yeah, this second item here, this is my trail mix. Called the Trail Mix 3. As you see there, it's a mix of goji berries, walnuts, mulberries, pumpkin seeds. I believe there are still some, no, I didn't put cacao nibs in here, but there are Brazil nuts. And all this white powder you see here is allulose. And I believe that's it. I believe that's all I put in this one. I have a big container of them over here still. So, don't know if they're gonna last or not, but that's it. Okay, so here with this one, some of the numbers are actually smaller today and some of them are larger. Now those could be due to normal fluctuations, but most likely in this case, since it's just a day difference, it's because I measured myself this time with every measurement. So it seemed like when I compared the original measurements to the current ones, it seemed like, you know, the person that was measuring me before was trying to be a little bit flattering, and I appreciate that. I'd rather be more accurate than flattering, but then again, I mean, looking at it, since I have some bigger ones now, it's most likely not because they were trying to be flattering. It was most likely because I am not good at it. I probably chose different parts of the actual areas to measure at, and me being inside my own body, I don't get as good of a look at it. So I'm getting used to this, but I figured, even though I'm not as good as somebody that actually works in clothes, which is who measured me originally, Nadine, I need to get used to doing this because I'm going to be doing this long term. Not only that, but I'd rather the results be consistent as well. So even if they're not perfectly accurate, if they are wrong in the same way consistently, it at least should allow for measures of progress. But you see there, I mean, many of these measurements have trouble because of my body. Like where my rolls are at, where my stomach's coming out at, where I'm gutted. What my gut is doing, just everything is just causing trouble. But I hope to figure that out over time or to make some real progress. Okay, so now we're at the real ending. God bless you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thanks again.